Good evening, everyone. I'm Vijaya from Vijaya Academics. This is the last part of the social science latest updated PDF. Today, I'm going to explain you about the detail information about the project work for grade 9th and 10th, and an interdisciplinary project for grade 9th and 10th. If you are new to my channel, please like and subscribe it for the further details and for further updation. Those who are already subscribed it, thank you. Thanks a lot. Keep updating yourself. See, today I'm explaining first the project work of grade 9th. See, project work for grade 9th, it has been given that total 10 periods you are going to utilize for it. So every student has to compulsorily undertake one project on the disaster management. What is the objective? The main objective of giving project work on disaster management to the students are to be create awareness in them about different disasters, their consequences and management, prepare them in advance to face such situations, ensure their participation in disaster mitigation plan, enables them to create awareness and preparedness among the community. The project work should also help in enhancing the life skill on the student of the students. If possible, various forms of art may be integrated in the project work. Now, here in the 10th period, what you are going to do, what the students are going to do, the students need to develop the following competencies: collaboration, use analytical skills, evaluate the situation during disasters, synthesize the information, find creative solutions, strategies, the order of solutions, use right communication skills. Now, what are the guidelines given here? In order to realize the expected objectives completely, it should be required of the principals, teachers to muster support from various local authorities and organizations like the disaster management authorities, relief, rehabilitation, and the disaster management departments of the state, office of the district magistrate, deputy commissioners, fire service, police, civil defense, etc. in the area where the schools are located. The project carried out by the students should be subsequently be shared among themselves through interactive sessions such as exhibition, panel discussions, etc. So this project is totally based on the interactive sessions. Now, how you are going to distribute the marks? Content accuracy, originality, and collaborative skills, 2 marks. Competencies exhibited and presentation, 2 marks. And Viva, 1 mark. All documents pertaining to assessment under this activity should be meticulously maintained by the schools. A summary report should be prepared highlighting objective realized through the individual work and group interactions, calendar of activities, innovative ideas generated in the process, list the questions asked in Viva Voce. It is to be noted here by all the teachers and the students that the projects and models prepared should be made from eco-friendly products without incurring too much expenditure. See, when the projects and the models are being going to be prepared, these projects should be eco-friendly. The project report can be handwritten or digital. The project needs to be enhanced cognitive, affective, and psychomotor skills of the learners. It will include self-assessment and peer assessment and progress of the child in project-based and inquiry-based learning. Art integrated activities, experiments, model, quizzes, role plays, group work, portfolios, etc. along with teacher assessment. The project work can culminate in the form of PowerPoint presentation, exhibition, skit, albums, files, song, and dance or culture. Show, storytelling, debate, panel discussion, paper presentation, and whichever is suitable to visually impaired candidates. The record of the project work internal assessment should be kept for a period of 3 months for verification, if any. Now, here, next annexure is given. It is related to interdisciplinary project class 9. Most of the teachers, they are having query related to interdisciplinary project. Here in detail, Cbse has given each and everything, how to go about it. So let us see what is there in the interdisciplinary project for grade 9th. Right now, I'm talking about grade 9, and further, I'll be going to discuss for grade 10. So let us see now interdisciplinary project for grade 9. Now, the first history, chapter number 4, forest, society and colonialism. In this, here the specific learning objectives are given. What are the learning objectives? To categorize different types of forest during the colonial regime, to bring out the plight of forest dwellers under colonial rule, to examine the reason behind commercial forestry, to devise way to protect the forest, vegetation and wildlife in India, to defend the role of the government and the local communities in protecting the forest cover. If you will see suggested teaching learning processes, interdisciplinary project, teachers can make use of the pedagogies in facilitating the students in completion of interdisciplinary project. Now, constructivism, inquiry-based learning, cooperative learning, research-based learning, experiential learning, art integration. These are the suggested teaching learning processes. And if you will see here, learning outcomes with the specific competencies, compare the forest situation prevailed at the pre-colonial, colonial and post-colonial era. Here what you are going to do, you are going to compare the pre-colonial era, during colonial and after post-colonial era. What was the situation of the forest prevailing? Next is analyze and evaluate the growth and the role of commercial forestry in different types of vegetation. This also you are going to analyze and evaluate. Then critically analyze reasons for rebellions at forest areas at Southeast Asia with specification to Java. And here you are going to do critical analysis, study. Example is given here, East Asia, Southeast Asia with specification to Java. Now, time schedule for completion. Now, what is the time schedule for that? The schools to do IDP between the months of April and September at the school under the guidance of teacher. Carry over of project to home must be strictly avoided. Remember this project students are going to complete in the school itself. Next is for the geography. It has been given chapter number 5, natural vegetation and wildlife, to discuss the social and the cultural world of the forest communities through the study of specific revolts, to analyze the different processes through which agrarian transformation may be occur in the modern world, to understand how oral traditions can be used to explore tribal revolts. Next is multiple assessment, surveys, interviews, research work, observation, story-based presentation, art integration, quiz debate, role play, viva, group discussion, visual expressions, interactive, bulletin boards, gallery, walks, exit cards, concept, maps, peer assessment, art integration, self-assessment integration of technology, etc. Now, here, guidelines for interdisciplinary projects are given. It involves combining 2 or more disciplines into one activity, more coherent and integrated. If you will see here, the history and geography, history, forest, society and colonialism, and geography, natural vegetation and wildlife. These 2 topics are being interlinked. It involves, it involves combining 2 or more disciplines. Now here it has been taken history and geography two disciplines is taken into one activity, and the activity is one, coherent and integrated. The generally recognized disciplines are economics, history, geography, political science. So for social studies, these are the disciplines given, and you are going to interlink these disciplines. And as for the Cbse guidelines, here history and geography is been interlinked. A sample plan has been enclosed. Kindly access the link below given. Now, here, this is the link. I'm opening that link. Now, here, just see. Format for the interdisciplinary 2023 and 24. Subject, social science. Subject lesson integrated grade, 9th. Learning outcomes, outcomes to be achieved, expected learning outcomes. The teacher will have to state the learning objectives to be achieved. Methodology, how integration has been done. A format has been enclosed to refer. Implementation plan, execution, how a teacher allows students in groups and provides a list of choices, options for the students to choose the mode of presentation and giving a brief about IDP to the students. Rubrics, used for the assessment, a common rubric has been provided. You may also use your own rubric redesigned for the various presentation. Mode of evaluation is individual teacher, group of teachers. Project time, start date, mention the start date of IDP initiated in the class, that is the actual day, oblique date, wherein students in group may start the task assigned to them. Closure date, the date students may represent the IDP and the assessment carried out by the teacher, peer student on the same day with the help of the rubrics. And here sign of the teacher, facilitator and in charge has been given. Now, what is interdisciplinary approach? Interdisciplinary approach, it involves combining two or more disciplines into one activity more coherent and integrated. The generally recognized disciplines are economics, history, geography, political science. A sample plan has been enclosed. Now, here the methodology is given and a sample interdisciplinary project plan is given. Now, our topic is forest society and colonialism in history and the natural vegetation and wildlife for geography. In this way, history and geography is interlinked. Next is Group 1, history. The students will express how forest resources were classified and exploited by the colonial regime, trace the forest rules and its impact on the forest dwellers, changes that took place in the Java during colonial rule, investigate why forest land was bought under cultivation. Group 2, it is related to geography, the natural vegetation of India based on the geographical location and its characteristics, features and the wildlife associated with it. Now, what are the expected learning outcomes? The students will be able to explore how forest resources have been exploited from the colonial period till present day. Economics, the commercial forestry or classification of forest supported the economy during colonial regime. Political science, the role of the government in protesting the forest cover, the wildlife present, compare how tribal and other forest dwellers suffered and protested during colonial regime with the present day commercial conservation movements in India. In this way, here, if you will see, history, geography, economics, and political science has been interlinked. A choice board, it gives scope for the students to opt out of the mode presentation of their project findings. The work can culminate in the form of PowerPoint, Windows, Movie Maker, quiz show, presentation, exhibition, skit, albums, files, song, and dance or cultural show, storytelling, mime, debate, panel discussion, paper presentation. Teacher can add on to the list provided above with the other choices as a mode of presentation by the student. A suggestive common rubric for assessment 5M. Criteria, rubrics of group task. Teacher can create rubrics as per the mode of presentation chosen by the student. Content presentation 2 marks, mode of presentation chosen by the team from the choices suggested, accuracy of information, research, use of effective communication or delivery of presentation, creativity in presentation, 2 marks, appropriate props, use technology, incorporated art, integrated music and dance creativity, creatively embedded. Teamwork, 1 mark, which includes effective team plan, keeping pace with time, completing the task on time submission or of or presentation. So I hope you have understood the detailed information about the interdisciplinary format. Let us go back. Now, what are the instructions given? Objectives and outcomes need to be picked from rationally and the specific objective considering the local context. Plan of the project, a suggestive 10-dash plan can be given, which you may follow or you can create on your own based on the template provided below. Now, how you are going to process it? Initial collaboration among the students to arrange their roles, areas of integration, areas of investigation, and analysis. Roles of the students. Now, here the team leader will be there, main collaborator. That particular team leader will be going to work as a main collaborator. Then here, name of the team members, note, teacher to allocate the roles as per the abilities of the students. It is the teacher responsibility to give the allocation of team leader and the team members. Now, next is final submission. Based on the post deliverables as given in the template below the 10-day plan. Now see, for interdisciplinary project, the 10-day plan is there and exclusively the teachers, they are going to complete this interdisciplinary project in the school itself. Assessment plan to be done by the teacher clearly mentioning the rubrics, report, poster, and video acknowledgement, reflection, and expression of gratitude as given in the templates given below. Now, here for the interdisciplinary project, 10 days suggestive plan is given and the periods are 10. Colonization, colonialism, and the forest society. Discuss the impact of colonialism on forest societies and explore the concept of forest as a resource in colonialism. Group project, research and present a PPT on the colonial forest policy and its impact on the forest societies. Now, day 3 and 4, what you are going to do? Rebellion in the forest. Analyze the cause and the effects of forest-based rebellion in history. Watch the following film, group discuss about forest tribes of your state and exploitation they face. Refer annexure 6 for rubrics. See, here movie is given.
In 1847, King of Tulunadu agreed to trade some of his forest land with the local tribespeople in exchange for peace and happiness granted by Kanjurli Daiva and animist spirit worshipped by the inhabitants of IDP and Mangalore, which are in western Karnataka and Kasarga district of Kerala, together forming Tulunadu. Daiva agreed, but tribespeople warned the king that the family of Daiva is committed to following the deity, and any attempt to renege will incur the wrath of Kanjurli's companion, the Giliga Daiva. A greedy successor to the king demands during the Buddha-Kola festival in 1970 that the tribespeople return the land, warning them he will go to court if they fail to do so. After a few months, however, Kanjurli predicted that the successor would die of a mysterious death. The land was earmarked for conversion into a forest reserve in 1990 by Mora leader, a forest officer. In Kadabetu, Shiva, a Kambala athlete, challenges him. Shiva is supported by Devendra Saturu, the current king's successor and the village's landowner, who also serves as his sponsor. Beginning the construction of a fence along the designated forest reserve is Morali and his team. Leela, Shiva's joined Morali's crew as a forest guard. Shiva and the villagers attempt to prevent the barrier from being burned and other members of Devendra's gang. Shiva conducts the Buddha Kola ritual to link hands in a symbolic action. The movie closes with Sundara's retelling of the entire movie was accurate.
I hope all of you have watched the movie Kantara, and it has been given here. Now, next, day 5 and 6, forest transformation in Java, tropical evergreen forest. Examine the impact of human activity on forest in Java. Explore how changes in land and agriculture and industry have impacted the forest. Students can research the history of forest transformation in Java and their impact on the environment. Study the transformation of forest in Java from pre-colonial and post-colonial times. Compare and contrast the conversion of forest into agricultural land and the need. Through group discussion, find solution present in our integrated project. Discuss the characteristics of the tropical evergreen forest, including their climate, social, and flora and fauna. Students can research specific example of tropical evergreen forest and the challenges they face, such as deforestation and the climate change. Now, group project, watch the video through the link.
What would you say if I told you that the people of the world celebrate Thanksgiving Day? They're actually celebrating a common part of Vaisakhi celebrated in India, and vice versa. Even though festivals are celebrated by the people of two different countries with different customs and rituals, they are similar to a big extent. Both Vaisakhi and Thanksgiving are celebrated to express joy over the harvest season and to express gratitude and thanks to God for it. Just as these two festivals of different countries are similar, celebrate and transformations, forests of India and Java in Indonesia are similar to a great extent. Forest management in Java and India was started by colonizers, the Dutch in Java and the British in India. Both carried out large-scale deforestation for timber to build ships and rivers for railways. Different cultivation was practiced for several generations by the forest communities of both places. Remember the rebellion in Basra in 1910 and the important role of Gunda in the rebellion. The Kalamis, who were the woodcutting community of Java, also rebelled against the Dutch in 1770 to stand up against the laws that restricted their access to the forests. In Java, the initiative to stand up against the Dutch was taken by Surontiko Sami of Blatu Blatu, village. He argued that the Dutch had not created water, wood, and air, and that they had no right to place restrictions on the natural forest resources that Mother Earth had given. Forest services and scientific forestry was also introduced by the colonizers. In both Java and India, managed forests for shipbuilding and railways. The Dutch in Java practiced a system known as the Blands-on-Diensten system, under which, just like the British in India, they imposed heavy rents on land under cultivation. Both the Dutch Java and the British in India exploited the forest resources to meet their war needs. During the First World War and the Second World War, the British cut vengeance in India to meet their war needs. Java faced a similar fate at the hands of the Dutch just before the death of Java. But exploited the forests of Java and left the forests in a vulnerable state. The impacts of war took its toll on the forests of Java and India. The forests that were lost could never be restored to their original state. The forests of Java were transformed by the Dutch. The Japanese people may never have thought that somewhere in another part of the world also met a similar fate at the hands of their colonizers. The British since the 1980s, by allowing the forests to be managed by local forest dwellers, whereby both the forest dwellers and the forest department are benefited.
Now, after this video, analyze and present the impact of the forest transformation on society, economy, and the environment in Java. Compare and contrast it with India. Present a PPT of your learning, refer annexure, 6th for rubrics. Now, on 7 and 8 day, discussion how colonialism has affected the forest biodiversity and the survival of indigenous communities living in and around the forest. Next is group activity. Divide the group into smaller teams and assign them tasks related to identifying the impact of colonialism on different types of forest. For example, one team can research the impact of colonialism on forest fires, while another team can research the impact of colonialism on the survival of indigenous plant and animal. Make the students use cartoon strips to present their findings. And the last 9th and 10th days, make the students to compile all the findings of 8 days work and presentation in PPT and through the templates given in the annexure 5th. In this way, today I have discussed about the interdisciplinary project and the project for grade 9. In the next video, I'll be going to explain for the standard 10th project and this interdisciplinary project. I hope all of you have understood about the project and the interdisciplinary project in detail. Thank you. Thanks a lot for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe for the further details. Keep updating and keep watching